Happy Halloween, Owl Pals! This is Big Al, and welcome to Big Al Presents, our special Halloween night presentation of Young Frankenstein. Ha ha, Halloween sadly comes to an end. Hope everyone has had a wonderful day. Be interested to see if anybody, hey, trick-or-treaters. Sounds like nobody's been trick-or-treating this year except the prof. If you go on to the professor, I don't know, did he put it on the Geek group or just his personal? I forget now. But it seems like he went trick-or-treating with his little one. But man, I didn't get anybody this year, and neither did my co-hosts, the Pacellis. First, please welcome from the Troy Pacelli channel and Cartan, the Klingon cleric himself, Mr. Troy Pacelli. How you doing, sir?
That's Frankenstein. Hi, how you doing, man? You're right. We did not have any trick-or-treaters at all this year, but I don't think that's because of CV. We haven't really had any since our first couple of years living here, so it's not a big surprise.
I haven't had, like I said, I told you before we went on, I haven't had any 3 years. I think this is the third year we haven't had anybody come by, maybe 4. I don't know. I mean, for a while there, we'd have like a relative that had kids or somebody come by, but I guess just everyone around here has grown up. There's not really a youthful population around here that much, at least. And I'm a little more rural. I'm like a little in the country, and nobody on this road has kids. So I guess it's just one of those things. But I hope everyone has had a very happy and safe Halloween so far and are ready for a little Halloween rewatch of what has to be one of the absolute great films of the not only the 70s.
Somebody?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I did totally forget.
Take the knife out of her back.
I took the knife the professor put in my back. I meant to return it, and sadly, it hit Netter dead straight in the spine. The lovely Nanette Pacelli, of course, of Netter's Network is here. Totally forgot all about her. Well, I didn't forget about her. Just like got on that.
Lost track of where you were in the.
I lost track of where I was
in the opening.
It happens. I was looking at the number, and we started talking about trick-or-treaters, and it got all kerflooey, which is a word I've made up. But yes, of course, I can't. Like I said, didn't forget. Just got out of sequence. Got a little off
there
track.
You go.
Well, to that I say, hi, Al.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see who we've got here with us. It seems the first in line that she says, and the first that I know about, is Miss Evelyn Hampton herself. Thank you for being the first.
It looks like she was first twice, actually. It looks like she did it earlier, it went away, and she was still first again.
It came back. If anybody else was first, I do not know of it.
I posted somewhere around 3 a.m.
Well, but you're in
but I don't count.
We don't count anyway, so it's a thing. Chris P was second. Hello, sir. Welcome. Melissa Harris, we're talking about us doing the little cane dancing. Yep. Had a lot of fun. The thumbnail for this film just made itself ideologically, if that's even the right word. I don't know. But oops, getting a little kerflooey again on the thing here. Daniel Heron, hello, sir. Welcome aboard. Jedi Master Zetopia, happy Halloween, sir. Let's see. Sir Torin Clegane, welcome. Aged Boomer, hello, sir. How you doing? Tom Spiegel, welcome aboard. He's about to zip out for a pumpkin spice latte, but everywhere is closed. Oh my, it's a little late for that. I'm not a pumpkin latte person. I'm not a latte person at all, actually. But so I don't even know like places like that would be open this time of night. 10. It's late in the evening. Halloween's only got a couple hours left here on the East Coast. 3 hours for those in Central, 4 for Mountain, and 5 for the West Coasters. Still got it's probably still light on the West Coast. Probably trick or treating just starting on the West Coast.
Good point.
But yeah, like I said, tonight we're going to do Young Frankenstein. When we first started scheduling out Halloween, I immediately asked, "It's like, are you, if because technically it was going to be Troy's week,
right?"
And the thing I was like, "Well, are you going to do it?" Because Halloween's one of those times where somebody might have a party, have a ritual, like
and
I said.
Any other year we might have done.
Yeah, any other year. Like I said, the professor was out today, so I know he's going to be tired and sore. So I said, well, if I've got, I had the movie that I've been wanting to watch just anyway for a rewatch, but what better time than Halloween night to watch Young Frankenstein, the Mel Brooks classic, written by Mel Brooks and the star Gene Wilder. It was actually Gene Wilder's idea to do this film, and what a great idea it was. Great. I was, like I said, when I was reading up on some of the facts for it, just some interesting, a few interesting things came about as to its creation. But I'll save that.
Do you know if Gene Wilder had a particular affinity for Frankenstein? That was his reasoning.
Didn't really say the reasoning. He had the little sparkle of an idea of Frankenstein's grandson, and to do it kind of, do a humorous version of it. And he wrote it, and of course he had help write it with Mel Brooks. In fact, when I think there was during the whole production process, they only had one fight, and it was a real big one. But I think it was during the script when they were like writing some of the script out, and a lot of it was also ad-libbed. There's a lot of ad-libbing
that makes a lot of sense in a movie like this.
Yeah, not only a movie like this, but the stars that it had. They were all just great at ad-libbing. But yeah, he just had an idea, and it just kind of, just grew, and he went to Mel Brooks about it, and it was actually, I think, during they're filming of Blazing Saddles. He said, Mel, you need to do my film next, and that's what Young Frankenstein was. So it really, they were all happening like one right after the other. I think it was like Blazing Saddles are right into this one creatively, but yeah, just a lot of fun. I've got the film set up to not about anything, at the total 0 point. Black screen right before the 20th Century Fox logo. It's really sad Universal do get a hold of this, because it would have been a nice little addition to the Universal horror universe. But 20th Century Fox bought it. They went, actually Columbia was the first one they went to. They said, yeah, well, we'll give you not as much money as you want, and we don't like the idea of it being in black and white. We want color. So Mel Brooks said, and they went to 20th Century Fox, to, of course, the brand new head of the studio at the time, Mr. Alan Ladd Jr., who was also the guy who gave the go-ahead to George Lucas. So Alan Ladd, 20th Century Fox, is why 20th Century Fox was so good for a long time, is because they had a guy who was willing to take a chance with the creatives in charge. And do you guys have any history with this movie? Like, or is it just something you came across TV?
Oh no, I mean, just like all Mel Brooks film. I mean, I'm obviously a Mel Brooks fan, but I got to be honest with you. Until just today, as I was, getting ready for the show tonight, I, for whatever reason, thought this was a Universal film, and it's not.
Nope. It's
And they
totally separate.
clearly parody the Universal films, but
Mhm.
it's entirely separate. So I noticed that, like the name, the Frankenstein name, they make reference to the original novel,
Mhm.
which they had changed Frankenstein's name in the Universal film. So yeah, they make that distinction. Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Yeah, I remember seeing this film in the theater as about a 9-year-old.
Mm.
I'm not 100% sure, but I might have seen this at the drive-in.
Mm.
Because when I'm like, I thought back and I'm like, why do I remember seeing this in a car? So I mean, like I said, it's kind of a fuzzy memory, but I do remember seeing it on a big screen, and just
Sure.
just loving it. I think 'cause Mel Brooks with Blazing Saddles had my mom wouldn't take me to go see it, but I got into this one. I guess because it wasn't as, and it really isn't as, it's not as bawdy or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like Blazing Saddles, it's much more of a beloved parody and a little bit of slapstick and good old time.
And Netter, did you see this before we met?
Yeah, actually I saw it right around the time when it first came out. So
Okay.
I don't know what year that was, but yeah, I think it was before we met.
74.
74,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was definitely before we met.
Yeah, there was no way that I saw this when it first came out. I was way too young.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I always
Evelyn-
loved the Gene Wilder movies. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Ellen's asking about the equipment, and yes, Mel Brooks found Ken Strickfaden, the man who had done the machinery
Yeah.
for the original Frankenstein. He still had all the stuff
Wow.
in his garage, just sitting there
That's
collecting dust.
crazy.
And Mel Brooks like, mind if I use it? And they use it, and he gets a screen credit he did not get for the original Frankenstein for all the electrical stuff.
Nice.
So when you see the creation of the of Frankenstein's monster, it's the same stuff that was around Boris when he was getting created.
And see, I knew that, and I think that might be where I drew the connection. I guess I just assumed that equipment was, Universal equipment on Universal's lot.
Yeah, and it's owned by the guy who made it. Kenneth Strickfaden. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know. Could be Strickfaden for all I know. It's like Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Strickfaden. But and thankfully, because that's just beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just nothing like that that original equipment. But yes, starting, I'm on an MP4 starting at the 000 mark, the dark just before the not the Universal, the 20th Century Fox fanfare starts, of course, black and white. But if everybody's ready to go, is everybody set up straight, ready to go, ready to fire, ready to light this candle?
Yeah.
Okay, of course, doing the usual countdown of 3, 2, 1, and when I say play, everybody hit play. And 3, 2, 1, play.
There we go.
Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun, dun.
I'm gonna miss that fanfare.
I know it's God.
Well, we don't have to because we have these movies.
Yes, but it's sad that
Yeah.
they get rid of such a classic.
So even the style of the opening credits is very reminiscent of the era of the original films, with it's front loaded with the credits and so forth. And
yeah, I mean, and look at the castle.
Yep.
Absolutely perfect. Starring Gene Wilder. God, he was so great.
Yep. Peter Boyle too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, this film
Marty
is
Feldman.
just
My gosh,
loaded.
like nobody so far is still alive.
Cloris Leachman, thank God, is still with us.
Right. There we go. She
as is Terry
Gar,
the lovely Terry Gar. Kenneth Mars. Is Kenneth Mars still with us? I believe he is.
That I don't.
I think he is. I know Richard Hayden's not, but
Right.
most of these people I don't. Very funny thing. When they were making the film, this is like one of the few Mel Brooks films that doesn't have Mel Brooks.
He's not in it at all?
Well, technically he is, but he doesn't play. He's not a character. He makes some of the sounds.
Gotcha.
When you hear the cat when he throws the dart and the cat squeals, that's Mel Brooks making the cat sound.
Wow.
And there are a few other things where he does a few audio things, but it's and you see his hand, the hand that spills the soup into Peter Boyle's lap.
Yeah,
and that's Mel Brooks's hand. They had to reshoot it.
Oh, I see. And Madeleine Kahn is playing Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So now that again is a callback to the original novel where Elizabeth was the wife of Frankenstein.
Right. And Madeleine Kahn almost didn't play the part.
Really?
Yeah, she was originally attached to it, and there's the Kevin Strickfaden's. Finally gets the credit for it. But she was originally attached, then wasn't able to do it, and they had hired Cindy. What's her? The one who played Shirley in Laverne and Shirley, Cindy Williams.
Cindy Williams, yeah.
She was going to be Elizabeth, and then Madeleine Kahn became available again, and Mel Brooks fired Cindy Williams.
Yeah.
I don't
Given
know if
a
it
choice,
was,
I see why he went that way, though.
Well, I mean, she was a known quantity to him.
Yeah.
She just made the thing. Not that Cindy Williams wouldn't have been able to do it.
Sure.
But Madeleine Kahn just has that special something.
She's got definitely a chemistry with the Mel Brooks, team.
Yeah. I mean, how many of these people are also in Blazing Saddles?
Right.
And a lot of them in a film it's not a Mel Brooks film, but there's a pirate film called Yellowbeard.
That's right.
Marty Feldman, Peter Boyle, Madeleine Kahn.
Yep.
And there's somebody, who else is in it?
You almost think of them as their own theater troupe,
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there some directors that just have their own people.
So this opening shot here, this long shot of the coffin, right? Not what you normally expect from a Mel Brooks comedy film. They're absolutely going with the ambiance and pacing from those old Universal films.
I look at the top of this thing.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I wouldn't mind my coffin having something like that. Just Big Al Severson with a big deer head or something, because that's what I used for my heraldic device. I love this bit.
Yep.
It's just so funny. Let's see. I think this is Richard Hayden, I think, is the guy who's trying to get the
I love that.
Nope, not letting it go.
There's a reason this was
really, and up until now you really didn't know what to expect, but this movie you kind of do. It's like, it's gonna be one of those kind of films.
Yeah.
But what a great fade. I mean, look at that fade in and then the circle fade back out again. Very pretty box. Wonder where that box is today. I always think about that with some
of these props. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Jedi Masters Utopia said that he's watching Son of Frankenstein with us for the first time. Made him appreciate Gene Wilder more. Yep, I agree.
Gene Wilder, and this was Gene Wilder was just really breaking out at this time. He of course had done Willy Wonka, which technically was not a starring role. It was a supporting role. He didn't show up for
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
And he done Blazing Saddles, which still like I said, I don't know exactly where everything lined up in release.
Yeah.
But between that and this film, boom, that he became the next big thing.
Yeah. So here we get the first joke of Frankenstein. It's a layered joke, really, because this is a Mel Brooks film, so he's playing on the whole pronunciation of names between German and Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Also gives you the opportunity to get the exposition dump that explains his connection to the original.
And I love when you look at the audience; they just seem so 70s. The hairstyles,
very much.
I just love it. But I do like it's done in that older style where is it old?
Yeah.
Is it new? What, it's very very ambiguous in its time, in its timeline, and I like that because it makes it timeless.
Yeah. Get with the hopping. I think they got the professor to play this role.
I mean, we joke around. I mean, I know what it's like to have arthritis.
I do too.
He's got it everywhere and deformed joints and cartilage.
Yeah.
I feel sorry. I mean, my spine is shot, but
yeah, I've got messed up joints just from years of abuse.
Yeah, my foot's not right anymore because they don't flex as well as they used to because of disuse.
Mm-hmm.
So you lose that range.
Yeah.
I wish I had done more to.
Yeah. He said, what the heck's going on?
The funny thing is, though, he's telling some good information.
Yeah.
There's reflex. There's
up to this point, he's been spot on with all of his science. This gets a little sketchy.
Yeah, he puts a thing on it.
They're going for the simplicity of filming rather than the realism of what he's trying to demonstrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His eyes crossing.
But that's basically true. If you basically getting across, if you cut off the electrical impulses from brain to muscle,
yeah, I mean,
immobilized.
Trust me, I know that more than anybody.
Yeah,
because that's what was going on with me.
Yep.
2006, that my neck, basically what he was doing there, yep. I was losing that connection because something was compressing my spine. It would just happen to be the bone in my own spinal cord, my spine.
Yeah.
But they had to go in and rip that all apart. But it freed up, and I still remember because I could not close my left hand. My left hand was 95% useless.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up. I still had the tube in my throat, making a fist with my left hand. And I was like, all right. It was like an instant gratification.
Yeah. This is also where the science breaks down a little bit because he purposely goes off the rails to separate himself from his crazy ancestor. But in so doing, he makes a scientific fallacy because this was their opportunity to say, yes, you can pass current through a nerve and get movement. That doesn't equate to life.
Right.
But that's not how they went. He's making it sound like
it's
human nerve cells are different from vermicelli nerve cells.
Yeah, I mean a nerve cell is a wire. I mean,
exactly.
Basically, it's of course very tinker toys,
and that from a certain point of view is true too. Oh gosh,
I'm just waiting for him to go. dude, you just failed my class.
Yeah, get out of here.
It was doo-doo. Now, for the longest time, people thought he actually had stabbed himself. But of course, you could see the pad.
Yeah.
But a lot of people thought he had actually stabbed himself
Oof.
and kept going.
There's composure for you.
It's
Listen, Harris, we're not going to give it away. We don't want to give you any spoilers if you haven't seen it already.
It's like, and dude, you just failed my class.
Have you ever watched this, Melissa? Are you watching it with us now? Which would be cool if you'd never seen it before. We'll try not to give much away, but I mean, you basically, if you've seen Frankenstein, you kind of got a basic idea what's going on.
Chris P., I'm not sure which actor you were referring to, but this was 1974, so it's entirely possible. It could be the same person. Oh, it was. Okay.
Looks like Igor from the MASH TV show. Which one? Who was Igor? Igor.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to smear my lipstick. Don't want to mess up my hair.
Yep. She was a nice looking woman.
Yup.
And hysterically funny.
And actually a pretty good singer. She wasn't like messing around, you know?
Yeah, she was a threat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't the greatest singer, but she could hold her own.
Mm-hmm.
They had to do that scene a lot because he was really spitting out the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The nails. Yeah. And we just lost Netter.
Oops. She's still there. Oh.
There we go.
There we go.
Hello.
Hi, you're back.
Hello. Welcome back.
Yeah, that was weird. It's like my screen just shut down.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay. And then it asked me if I wanted to restore my pages. I'm like, okay.
That looks like a very comfortable train.
Right?
And it's the same couple, I think. I would love to actually visit Transylvania. How many people don't get that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon me, boy. Is this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo?
Track 29. Hey, mister, can I give you a shine? When the first cut of this film was like 3 hours.
Really?
They had to trim it down. And you know how they trimmed it down? They said three out of 4 jokes didn't work. They could just cut out the ones that didn't.
Yeah.
And they just kept everything that worked. Ah, the great Marty Feldman.
No, Frederick Frankenstein.
Frederick Frankenstein.
No, it's pronounced Igor. Kind of trolling him there.
If I remember correctly, I think
Mhm.
a lot of this stuff was Marty Feldman's idea.
I would imagine.
The hump joke is
Yeah.
what that was Marty Feldman. He was doing it all the time, and nobody realized it until someone did, and then they wrote it into the script.
What hump? It's like, screw you. I'm taking a little one.
Of course, we remember the original. Fritz had the little walking stick like that.
Yeah.
They almost cut that joke out.
Oh,
the Walk This Way.
Yeah. And Aerosmith saw this film when it was out. That's the reason.
Oh, for Walk This Way? Okay.
Walk This Way was inspired by that joke. He told me to walk this way.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. You cut that film, we don't have Aerosmith's Walk This Way.
Right. Hello.
Oh, gosh, she is so hot. She was so
Even him, he's like, oh.
I still think it's funny Terry Garr was in the original Trek.
She was. Yep.
It's just wild thinking about it.
She was actually supposed to have been in a spinoff that never quite happened.
Yeah, the Gary Seven Show thing.
Or the American Doctor Who, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, pretty much. It would have been I think it would have been a good concept. A human raised by aliens returned to Earth to help.
Their wolf. Their castle.
Their castle. Oh, and Mel Brooks was the wolf. He made the wolf sound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have to show it to you when we're this far off because that's how small that painting is.
Just a beautiful, but the perfect Frankenstein or Dracula's castle image,
right?
It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. You know what I didn't know until I read that the iconic poster with Wilder and Boyle was done by the Hildebrandt brothers.
Oh, okay.
I was like, cool, and it was one of their first ones. It actually got him into the business of doing movie posters.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Those are huge knockers.
Oh, what a great joke. And they are huge knockers.
Yes, they are.
I think this Cloris Leachman could be made up to look so beautiful or so hideous.
Yep.
What a versatile face.
Exactly.
And we were talking about Terry Garr. She actually had read for Elizabeth as well. And when Madeleine Kahn came in and they needed an Inga, they called her and he's like, if you want to still be in the movie, if you could be here tomorrow and do a German accent, to see if you get in the film. And she said, oh, I get, and then she started it right on the phone.
Oh, nice.
She was Inga, it's like, well, we got our Inga. God, what a beautiful set.
And this, I swear, this set really, really, It's not exact, but it's very, very similar to what was it? Son of Dracula.
Son of Dracula or Son of Frankenstein?
I'm sorry, Son of Frankenstein. Yes, you're right. That's what I meant.
Sure, you did.
See, we all make mistakes. You got that wrong. I forgot to introduce Ned earlier.
I make more than my share of mistakes. So,
Because you got no handrails. That's against OSHA regulations.
I love that painting.
yep.
Foreshadowing.
Yep.
Frankenstein. Oh man, they should. What if they ever did a parody with the Flintstones, Frankenstein?
Oh, that would make sense, right?
Have Marty Roll be Igor.
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yep.
Ah.
The Flintstones meet Dracula and Frankenstein.
Oh, okay. Ovaltine. I like Ovaltine.
I have to admit, I've never tried.
Yeah, I like original, just the malted, the malted flavor.
Yeah.
Go away.
Go away now.
Go away now. That's all I've got to say. Go away now.
Oh my God, I've never picked that up before. Why have I never remembered that she kisses the painting?
Yeah. Horses.
It's such a great. I mean, and people will do that. Just like if someone says Frau Brooker, just in, like at the store, someone will make a whinnying sound.
Yep.
Those are the cool people. Those are the guys you want to hang out with.
Yep.
Exactly. I had a friend of mine. He was in line, and they were having a discussion about there were a couple of people ahead of him were discussing something like something to do with the Silmarillion, Tolkien, some very thing, and they were trying to remember the certain name, and my friend Dave behind him like, oh, his name was whatever, and they were like, oh my God.
Yep.
Destiny.
Yep.
It is a pretty tune, though,
Yep.
Da, 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 da. I have to ask if Daniel Heron's still here. I wonder if he has the soundtrack for this film.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's very hard to find now, and it's like very expensive. And it's supposed to has the background music, but it also has some of the dialogue. And I like it when they do that with a film.
What I find funny is why would he assume it's the first book he grabs?
Yeah.
Instinct?
Whoop.
And there's your trigger. Put the candle back. Oh no! I see where this is gonna go badly right away.
Jump off. But no.
Oh, don't put the candle back. And now she's trapped on the other side.
And I like this. Candle.
Put the candle back.
It's just the way she says it exactly the same way, which is brilliant.
There you got it now.
Okay, the candle he had put back had lost its flame. Now suddenly it's lit again.
Yeah.
So she knows it too.
Close your robe. We don't want you to catch a draft.
And I think those candles are actually like electronic.
Really?
Yeah, they had like a power cord that went through their robe down into their outfit or something. I read. Rats really not necessarily slimy. Filthy, yes, give you that.
Rats are disgusting creatures.
Yeah.
I had a white rat once when I was taking a psychology course. Oops.
Well, that's a spot of bother.
His name was Panama Jack. Those are real skulls. I think except for the 6 month dead, that was something that they made. Frederick.
Call it a hunch. It might be dangerous. You go first. Kind of how I play D&D too.
Mm-hmm.
My joke is always the dwarf will go first.
See, I would have no problem going first.
Greater chance for experience points.
True.
I played my first ever character was a dwarf.
Damn, you're right. It's too late.
I wouldn't have blown out the candle until I made sure the lights stayed on, but that's just me.
Well, that's the other thing. I'd have been like, is there another way to ignite these? Wow.
Great set decoration with all the web. I wonder how they made the webs. I wonder if it was like they did in Dracula with rubber cement.
Got me on that one.
That's a lot of cobwebs.
A little paint, a few flowers, a couple throw pillows.
He rubs up against his shoulder.
Coming from the Frankenstein place.
It's all right. We got to do a rewatch of Rocky Horror, no doubt.
Yeah. You know, I cannot find that online.
Really?
Yeah.
That one
I'm-
took a long time to get released too.
I actually wanted to do it for Halloween, but I could not find a copy.
Huh.
If you have a copy, I'd love to get it because I love that film.
I should be able to get it easily enough.
I like it. How I did it. By Victor Frankenstein.
I just looked up Rocky Horror, and apparently there's a theater called the Egyptian Theater that's showing it at midnight tonight.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, I see that. How I did it. Of course, in perfect English, for considering he was German.
Yeah. I think those little gargoyle heads, I think they're supposed to be Mel Brooks.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I think they were designed for his face. I remember reading something about that. I like how his hair seems to get bigger as I love this one. Then Daddy's happy.
There is something very Lovecraftian about that, because the novel really nothing really explains the process, right? But there's some secret that he uncovers and it drives him mad. It's that knowledge that forbidden knowledge that humans shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Woof. He'll be very popular. I do like the fact that it's caricaturized, so the hands and the feet and so forth are really large.
This is a nice little transition.
Yep. Makes me wonder if they actually had Peter Boyle in that.
Swinging like that. I don't know. got that short cape cloak thing.
Oh yeah, the what do you call it? The riding cloak. Yeah,
Yeah,
Inverness. That's what I was trying to say.
and Inverness. Okay.
Well, better late than never, Casey. Scott, let us know if you need a timestamp. Yeah,
Chris
Tom
P
Spiegel.
says Gene Wilder says the same nothing joke in Silver Streak. That's another good little film.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the first one he did with Pryor, Richard Pryor.
Oh, that could be. You're chilled to the bone. You're chilled to the bone.
And I mean, something being done like this today would probably be looked down on, but these were really like the first guys to really do this kind of slapstick.
Yup. Absolutely. Yeah.
I just love that they wrote that in because Marty Feldman just playing around.
Yep.
And Hans Delbruck was a real person. He was a real intelligent, you know, scientist kind of guy. Was he like a theory of war and politics and economics kind of area?
I love the brain depository. Like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
common for people to just
Drop
Put your-
off the brain. Yeah.
yeah.
Of course, not like Fritz. Fritz came through the window. Scientist and saint. Whoops. Poor Hans.
Right.
I don't think your brain would fall apart like that.
Well, the fact that it was solid like that means, well, there's really only one way to preserve a brain like that so it does stay solid, and that's to boil it. So those brains would not actually really be useful.
Kind of miss. Wow, look at the stuff. Look at all
Yeah,
the little
right?
studs of that thing. That's why I could do such a good tap dance later.
Yep.
But yeah, it would, what was I thinking? I hadn't thought, and then I saw the shoes and it totally went out of my head. Oh yeah, braids. I do miss my psychology courses. Taking some with like the sheep's brain, you have to look at it and learn the physiology of it. So when you draw your brain, you just make it look like a boxing glove. What they call it, Jacob's ladder, right? The one that goes up like that.
Yep.
I was watching a YouTube video a couple days ago with a guy with a Tesla coil gun. It's like it's almost it looks like he's a Ghostbuster. He's got like a power source on his back, and it's like he's got a there when he lights it up, it's like he's shooting lightning bolts. It's so cool. You can elevate me anytime. They made a musical from this. I've never heard any of the music or anything from it.
I can see how they could, though.
Yeah. Well, just like My Python and the Holy Grail, they came out with Spam-A-Lot.
Mm-hmm. I love this whole idea of the trope of the what do you call it? The soliloquy.
Yeah. I love those goggles.
Yep.
The works. I just noticed what it says. The works. He does play the mad scientist very well.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
got to be why he wanted to do this.
yeah.
That was a cool effect.
Yeah, I think they used a fake head.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think I read somewhere where it was like a fake head, where like get the right lighting effect or something on it. But it does look cool though. I guess as a steampunk person, this kind of
Yep.
your aesthetic.
I am kind of digging it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be cool, like if to do, and I'm sure people have done it, but to like get a electric wheelchair, but do it up like it's got a steam engine on it, like a little smoking pipe thing on it.
Yep. Now they're starting to use like the same smoking mechanisms that are used in those electronic cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got this really fluffy hair.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense when you think about he was just, surrounded by a bunch of static charge.
Well, he's always had that real curly hair like that.
Yep.
I mean, I almost picture him and Gilda Radner getting stuck together, like Velcro.
Oh God. Like,
I'll get you for this.
You son of a bitch bastard.
You'll kill him.
I just love him just totally losing it.
Quiet dignity and grace.
Break that fourth wall.
And this is definitely a throwback to Son of Frankenstein.
Oh yeah. The town losing their minds.
I mean, this is, almost identical set,
Mm-hmm. He's familiar. The guy who's talking.
Yeah. I don't know though.
Yeah, he's just, for some reason, he's and a direct throwback.
Yeah, exactly.
To Lionel Atwill's
Yeah.
Kenneth Mars is brilliant in this role. I love the fact he's got a monocle over the eye patch.
Yep.
What's up? I love those fades. The circle fades.
Again, very period appropriate to what they were homaging.
They just don't really use them that much anymore. I know. Well, I know George Lucas liked to use the swipe effect.
Yeah. Now there is of all the versions of Frankenstein I've ever seen, this
Mhm.
whole idea of the monster not waking up immediately, I kind of like. I like
Right.
the idea of getting him juiced up, and then he's like kind of in a coma until something in him heals or whatever.
Right. Kind of like the way he was in Son of Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly. Was it you?
But was it me?
Not only is the monster alive, what was he eating?
Now, of course, the question is, what if they had a good brain in there? How would it have been different?
Good question. Evelyn Hampton said someone at Tesla kind of dressed like Inspector Kemp. I was just wondering about that. I that does make perfect sense.
Well, it's a great look. I mean,
Right?
Kenneth Mars just pulled it off perfectly, especially with the whole manipulating the arm thing.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised they didn't do the light gag where he sits up and bangs his head on one of the lights, makes it
Right.
swing.
I don't think the makeup people get enough credit for that.
Right. Give him the what? What do you think? 3 syllables. Small word.
I just love this little charade thing going on. He's getting choked in half.
It's like I shouldn't have to try this hard.
I want to sedative.
So he wants a sedative.
I remember in high school we had thought about doing a play called Frankenstein Slept Here, which was kind of a comedy parody.
Uh-huh.
And we had a guy in our drama class that was like real tall, and we were like, you're gonna have to be the monster, right? I wanted to play Igor, but we ended up never doing it.
Evelyn said they did that whole scene in one take.
Yeah.
No.
Whose brain did put in?
I would not be angry.
That'd
That'd
be
be someone.
something.
Heavy who? Anything's
No.
Hey, Wolf 10 Media, how you doing? Welcome aboard. If anybody needs a timestamp, let us know.
in a 7.5 foot wide. Is that what you're telling me? 3 syllables.
I lay out and pops open.
Yeah. And here, another scene that's taken almost directly from Son of Frankenstein. He's just here to listen to us gush. Oh, yeah, that bit.
You're like, woo! What a wonderful grouping. I do like those old darts.
And the fact is that getting the bullseye is not necessarily the best.
Yeah.
What you're actually aiming for is the space is directly above it.
The 20 zone.
Yeah.
And that was Mel Brooks.
Yep.
And that was Mel Brooks.
Might want to get some WD-40 on that. Love that smoking jacket.
You see the dart in the guy's head.
Yeah.
That's a big dart.
And the
And the
darts
tire,
in the tires
wheels.
too, yeah.
That was great.
Oh.
You didn't do anything.
And
Don't let him go.
sorry, guys. Can you hear me? I almost dropped out.
I can
Yep.
hear you.
I can hear
Okay.
you.
Can you hear me?
I can now. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Music to soothe the savage beast.
I reach for butterflies that aren't there. My boyfriend.
He was my boyfriend. I think it's funny for those few stairs, they got a handrail. For
Yeah.
those stone steps to go up a while, there's no
Yeah,
handrail.
there's nothing. And I think you were right. Those faces did look like
Mel
Mel
Brooks.
Brooks in the wall.
People thought they were Alfred Hitchcock, but they really have similar profiles.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just simple little things like that. All of them bringing their hands up to their mouth like that.
Yeah. And this is obviously the homage to that first movie.
The Maria scene.
Yeah.
I just love that look.
Oh.
Woo!
Oh, you're fine. Just get in bed. Now that is subverting expectations, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. This little Helga flies into bed. Now, of course, the great Gene Hackman.
Right.
What's funny is that he looks so much like the fellow in the movie.
Yeah. O.P. Heggie, I think was the original guy's name. I love the thought of being able to able to live on my own in in a mountain cabin.
Wolf 10 Media says we're like a laugh track.
Pretty much, yeah. Especially for something like this, where it's just
Yeah.
and I think that's Mel Brooks' hand with the suit.
Yeah.
he had to wear a pad in his lap to keep from getting burned and stuff.
Good.
Wow.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, for crying out loud.
No, I have that. You're Italian, right? Like like the bottles of Chianti that have like the weaved straw up it.
Yep.
Why do they do that? That's for Chianti, basically,
Yep.
right?
It's the same reason that they put the plastic thing around it when you get it at the store. It's just to protect it when you put it down.
Oh, okay. I've never had Chianti.
I hear it goes well with fava beans.
Yeah.
Is that a zipper in the creature's neck? It could very well be.
It maybe that's what it is on the poster. It's like a little zipper.
Yep. So that's probably exactly what it is. Oh, I remember this.
It was basically Peter Boyle. He was holding a fake thumb. That's why I think it was cool, like alcohol and a fake thumb. Gene Hackman's line and the first take.
Yep.
They tried to do it again. The crew kept laughing, and he kept laughing. He couldn't do it again, but they got it the first try was the one they used.
I love the fact that so much so much of these scenes are taken from the original films, and
Mhm.
it's just little minor changes to make it hysterical.
Yeah. Because knowing the original film and then
Yeah.
doing something just so over the top, like, of course, what if the blind guy just had absolutely no control over what he was doing?
He's sleepy by now.
Oh, who's roboting? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, yep, somebody's roboting.
No, I'm having buffering problems.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if it was me.
No, it's definitely me. Yeah, I know, Wolf 10 Media. I know I'm having a connection issue here.
You can see this coming.
Yeah, it's a setup. You're like, yeah, I know where this is going. Nice working with you. Oh, that's
I just love that. Jesus Christ, let me out of here.
Who?
Keep wondering how big was Peter Boyle in real life? I wonder.
He wasn't that tall.
I mean, he was a big guy, but he wasn't like
He
super
wasn't
big.
like head
But
and
then,
shoulders over 6 feet tall.
yeah, but then again, neither was Boris Karloff. But
True.
they just had that presence about them. And Gene Wilder wasn't exactly the tallest guy in the world either.
Yep, that's definitely a zipper.
Yeah.
That is pretty emotional. Too.
Yeah.
Oh, Joko boy.
Like I said, it always makes me wonder, like that abnormal brain.
Yeah.
What was the person that had that brain before like?
Yeah, exactly.
So Torquay say he was about 6'2". working along Brad Garrett really made
Brad Garrett was
him look short.
very, very tall.
He has accepted it. He is Frankenstein. Cooperation with TNS, Transylvania Neurological Society.
Yeah. This introduction coming up is one of my favorite lines in the movie.
And another scene they almost cut. The whole putting on the Ritz dance thing. They didn't know what it would be like, and it wasn't until they did the test audiences loved it, that Mel Brooks felt comfortable leaving it in. It's like yes, they laugh, they scoff at him. They'll learn. Of course, like back then, everybody, you're thinking about keep switching your brain into a new body, and now everybody's thinking about downloading it. Like, what would it be like to be a computer program? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I did not. Sorry, Troy.
Yeah, it's Troy. It's not me.
Thanks. I knew it was bound to happen eventually.
You dropped that. Yeah, I was just watching the scene and
Yep.
didn't know. Sorry about that. Now, I will say, looking at that,
Yeah.
really gives him the little cookie.
Who's a good boy?
But he's got the, it's almost like a hospital gown on.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I learned to appreciate, were those hospital gowns. when I was at the nursing home, that's what we slept in, were the nursing gowns.
I love this line.
Yeah.
Lifeless tissue. I now present a cultured, sophisticated
Man about town.
Put it on the roots.
Now, how could it? You know what amazes me is how they were able to keep a straight face. Super duper. They were having so much fun in this film, is that when they wrapped up, they wrote more scenes to do because they didn't want to stop.
That's awesome.
That's how they ended up with a 3-hour film, a 3-hour cut.
But it also is an example of more isn't always better, because you said that a lot of the jokes
a lot of them
didn't
just
land.
kind of like went flat, but it's a group of actors. If you notice, it's Marty Feldman playing the piano.
Yep.
Yeah, but where's the rest of the orchestra come from?
Right. Yeah, they're off stage somewhere.
Oh no, fire bad.
Oh yeah. And see, what's really crazy about this is
They have vegetables.
Yeah. Well, that's not even what I was thinking. They're there for a scientific exhibition. The fact that the dance routine was a little bit off should not be the problem here.
Yeah.
You know, it should still be impressive what he's done.
But I do like the fact that they all have vegetables.
Yeah, they all showed up with vegetables just in case.
Yeah. I mean, who brings cabbage and everything else?
Well, you know, Germany, so they probably brought it as a snack.
Yeah, well, see, sauerkraut.
Sure, everyone brings lettuce to the theater or whatever as a snack.
I don't know what they do in Germany.
Beer and sausage, probably.
Right, exactly. And again, this is just like the what do you call?
Son of Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Chained to the chair.
Despite all my rage, I am still just a beast in a cage.
I was, at this point, you're wondering, man, they could have used more Madeleine Kahn in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
She does, I mean, when she's on screen, she's magic. A little piece.
He's like, I've got an idea.
I think Cloris Leachman and Madeleine Kahn were both nominated for Golden Globes for their performance. Electrified.
While I'm working. Is he just something?
That would be an interesting little setup to have, a little bed that you can rise like through the roof into the outdoors. I like the little, they're like little dome igloo things. They're totally clear glass. You can like rent, and I think, well, I don't know, sure a lot more places have, but like Norway, you can lay there in bed and watch the Northern Lights.
Yep. Yes. Careful. Yeah. Yeah, no. Enough with the details. That's it. And I'll take the one of the toy. Well,
Oh, I get a little lecherous scene like that.
you got two and I got none, so Tom Spiegel, probably just because it was funny.
Yeah, probably just like I said, they improvised a lot in this film.
Because that was
And-
typical. That was a typical Groucho type line, so it just seemed
Mhm.
appropriate.
And Marty Feldman was like that. He was a good at improvisation, and because he learned blow it out.
Yep. And then blow him out. Well, this is what you get, you know. You torture him.
And that's that's the thing. You got a monster in there. Don't piss him off any more than he's already pissed off.
Well, it's like the dummies that poke at the lion in the lion cage at the zoo, and then they get bit, and it's like, well, you kind of had it coming, you dumbass. What? Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
The angry mob.
And if Sound Engraver's watching, that's her real hair. It won't be later, but right now that's her real hair.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah. Yes. Thank you, Wolf Timmy. Yes, hit those likes. Smash them. Knock them out of the park.
Yeah, I want to see at least 5 more likes. We've got 12 people in here.
Yeah, come on. Where's those likes? Don't make me get all mom on you.
That's right.
Of course, like that.
Kiss.
Again, improvised.
Yep.
By Madeleine Kahn. No tongues.
You're right, because the tongue thing clearly was an afterthought, because then he does his, he flicks his tongue around. He's like, I didn't even think of that.
He is. It's a good thing it's black and white because we know something's blue. You know why they chose that song?
No.
Because it's on the public domain.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sure. I just saw someone and they had an axe in their hand. Wonder why you never see that very often in these mob scenes like this. They
Yeah,
always have pitchforks. It's like, why not
pitchfork,
an axe?
rakes, torches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An axe seems like it would be just as likely for them to have one and would
Sure,
probably be more useful.
someone's got to have a sword or something like that.
Yeah, or even a pointy stick.
A sledgehammer.
Yeah.
I love her hair. It's like
Yeah.
out and white like that.
Calm down.
Well, it did say he was going to have a big Schwanstucker. I love
Mystery of life at last I found
you. And that was her choice to sing that song. They actually had another one in mind.
That was a good choice.
Yeah, I forget what I forget. Let me see if I can find what it was. But she thought it should start with O like that instead of ah, or it start with ah instead of an O or something like that. Oh, it's originally going to be heaven. I'm in heaven. That part of
I get it. Yeah. Seven or eight quick ones. Well, yeah, that's a clever way to call him, I suppose. Yeah. Almost there.
I like how the moon's always full.
Yep.
Yeah, the poor guy climb like that. Could let's slam in the door.
Hmm.
So now, sound engraver, is he really playing that violin?
Hey, sound engravers here. Oh, the professor. Hello, professor.
Oh, I figure sound engraver might watch this at some point so she could tell us if he's really playing the violin.
Good
I
point.
don't know if Gene Wilder knew how to play the violin or not. It wouldn't surprise me. I doubt that was him though. God, I love that equipment. Poor Marty Feldman. I still remember him passing away on the while filming Yellowbeard. Did you ever see Yellowbeard?
Oh, I think I did years and years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sound engraver said, just popped in. I think Gene Wilder played the violin at one point. So,
cool.
cool.
There you go.
I tell you, Lionel Atwill has a wooden arm for one film, and it becomes like the
Yeah.
like 40 some years later, it becomes a great sight gag.
Well, that's saying something, right? I mean, that was an iconic role for him,
Yeah.
and he did so well.
See, now they need the village people to do YMCA.
Uh-uh. 4 seconds short. What's gonna happen? And when the monster speaks, people listen.
Right?
Well, as long
This
as
is
you can
actually a much more accurate depiction of the creature from the original novel.
yeah. It is a very well done little monologue for him.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Sound Engraver. It was good to see you, even if just briefly.
Yep. I hope you had a happy Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. Oops.
To the lumber
To the
yard.
lumber yard.
A little sponge cake and some vine. A little tease. Keep.
Well, considering here he showed a
Yeah, I know. It's
lightning
not like
storm with her.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I love that big fireplace. This is just a great effect
Mhm.
to have her wear her hair like she's about to wear it.
Yep.
The Wall Street
Yeah.
Journal. I love her and her doing the hiss like that.
So sound agreeer, that is not her real hair.
Not her
Right.
real hair. No.
She looks like Marge Simpson. Ooh. Mm. Oh,
Hurry up, my last I found you.
genius. Oh,
It was a perfect way to end it too.
it's the perfect gag. Absolutely. That was awesome. Yep.
Such a good, just such a fun film. Hysterically funny, great performances, and the thing is, it looks like they had so much fun filming it.
Right.
Screen story and screenplay by Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks.
Yep. I like Tom Spiegel says, "Yowza, that's suggestive." Well, I think they were trying to be kind of on the nose. I think they were trying to be more than suggestive.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe, and some other extension than the nose, I think, is what they were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
But that, my friends, and look at what time it is. It is 11:59.
That's
Halloween.
perfect.
Perfect timing. Oh my
Got
goodness.
it in just under the wire there.
Halloween has come to an end, just as regular Halloween has come to an end. I am so glad you guys joined us for this. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah,
I
great.
absolutely did.
Great,
Yeah.
great fun watching that movie. And like I said, you know, we always kind of hover between the way the Fan Man does rewatches, and the Professor. Sometimes you have those little parts where you just have to watch, and not talk about it. You just have to look at it and
Well,
just,
my problem
just
was
amaze
more.
at it.
My problem was a little bit more technical. I figured out what was eating up all my bandwidth, so I got it fixed.
Oh, what was it?
Well, I was actually working on something for you, and so it'll have to wait until after we're done here.
Oh, well, thank you. But yes, I hope everyone's had a great time. Evelyn Hampton says, funny movie. Yes, it is.
Absolutely, it's a classic.
Everything Mel Brooks does is always on the nose. You're right. I mean, Mel Brooks is just. There's still some stuff of his I have not seen. I still need to see Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Oh, you haven't? That's another good one. Yeah,
I have not seen it. It's really not easy to find.
Really?
On the high seas. It's you get ones that are like with different language, of different languages and stuff, but finding that one has not been the easiest. And I think I saw High Anxiety once a long time ago. I really need to watch that one again.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen, and this one's a shock, I've never seen The Producers.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I need to watch that one, which he says this is funniest film. Although
I agree.
He says Mel Brooks says Young Frankenstein is the best film he's ever done.
Uh-huh.
And the funniest is The Producers. But he says Young Frankenstein is like up there too. But yeah, definitely a classic. And I know we're going to see more Mel Brooks in the future because I really want to do Robin Hood Men in Tights one day, and History of the World Part 1 would be a fun rewatch to do. So we'll definitely be seeing more of that. So that's this evening's rewatch, and of course tomorrow, Sunday. Well, actually later today, Sunday. What's happening, Troy?
Well, we will be having office hours tomorrow at the regular time. We don't have a link up yet. We're still working on the thumbnail, so that'll be going up shortly.
Now, are you calling it office hours or study hall?
Did I call it office hours? I'm sorry. Yep. I meant study hall. I keep confusing the two. I make that mistake all the time.
Something else that's happening. Well, you could probably do it right now, or you could do it tomorrow morning if you like. But it is daylight savings time.
Oh,
so you're going to want to put your clocks back an hour. Otherwise, you're going to be late everywhere you go. Or
we get an extra hour of 2020. Isn't that wonderful?
Woohoo.
Okay, so you're going to be early every place you go by an hour.
Yeah, you get it's nice to have that little extra hour in the morning, and quite frankly, most people, everything you got kind of updates itself. So if you have the old stuff, you gotta definitely turn them back yourselves. I got one little clock that needs to be turned back. I was like, oh man, my Redskin clock. Before everybody had a fit about the name, but hey, I'm sorry. They took on my team. I'm waiting for Cleveland to get rid of Indians.
Yeah.
Let's face it. They've got a word. At least the Redskin icon was a noble feature, not like the parody that Cleveland uses. But no, they go after my team. But
they're coming after everything, my friend. That's just
that's
now.
Sad. It's going to be a bland, sad world if these people get their way. But
additionally, on Sunday, what else? And then after that, sweetie, is what?
Mr. Magic has something going on. I'd be hard pressed to remember which one it is. It's changed. I don't know if it's ghost stories or if it's something else. So
just keep an eye. And I know Wolf Tent Media has a few things going on this week. I know it's posted on the Professor Geek channel. I'm
kind of behind on my weekly schedules. I got to get caught up on those. I'll get tomorrow sometime.
But of course, then Monday is Sound Engraver, and the Monday Night Muse will definitely definitely be something to watch. Usually around between 9 and 10, depending on how she's running.
A little music, a little inspiration.
So keep your eye out for that. Tuesday night, something new. The professor's taking a break for a while.
That's right. So
the Catholic Bible Geek he's going to try to get that channel up and running a little bit more. And
so over on my alternate channel, the Carton the Klingon Cleric, I will be doing some sort of a live stream. Probably first one's going to be a little bit off the cuff, but I'm going to be calling it Trek Tuesdays, at least for the time being. And Netter and I will just be kind of talking stream of consciousness, basically whatever you guys want to talk about that join in on the stream. So if you're not following Carton the Klingon Cleric, which is another channel, it's not my Troy Pacelli channel, make sure you go subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know how to find me on Tuesday night.
So you say Trek Tuesday, right? So you're calling
it Trek Tuesday for now.
Tuesday for now. Okay. That Wednesday night, I know Daniel Herron's channel, Soundtracks with the Birdman. He and AJ Boomer are going to be watching the 1979 Dracula starring Frank Langella, commenting, of course, on the film and, of course, the soundtrack by John Williams for that film. And then later that night, Green Lion Girl is going to be, I believe, finishing up the Virtual Cabin Jason game, if I'm not mistaken. Thursday, nothing going on Thursday yet, right?
Yeah, nothing that I've seen regularly scheduled.
All right. Yeah, you never know. Somebody might pop on and do something on Thursday. I do know during the Christmas time, with life willing, I might want to pop on and do something like a rewatch Santa Claus is Coming to Town, World Without Year Without a Santa Claus, things like that, or something. But I'll figure it out. Like every now and then, and I do plan to do Love Actually with a dear friend of mine, Soups Girl on Instagram. Her name's Sierra. I'm not sure what she would call herself on here, but she and I want to do a rewatch of Love Actually. Not sure when we're doing it. It's probably going to be December, and don't know the day. It could end up being a Saturday matinee for all I know. So, which I do want to do some. Again, we did a few of those before, and they were a lot of fun. Just like about 11 or 12 in the morning, or 11 in the morning, 12 noon, and just pop it on and watch something fun. But yeah, Thursdays on Friday. I think the Fan Man Tonight is going to return. It'll be me and the Fan Man and possibly Professor Geek if he's available, and we'll be talking about stuff, whatever might be going on. Free association, the original Geek Stooges having a little chat, and of course, don't forget Wednesdays at 11 in the morning, Second Cup Cafe from the Fan Man, and I think Friday he may have an announcement of things are going to be changing. The Fan Man brand is going to be undergoing some changes. So
really,
definitely keep an eye out for that. Yeah, he's gonna, not quite sure. He's kind of reconsidering a few things. Like I said, with him teaching now, his life is a little shifting. So he's kind of going to do a few things. I know a couple things. I don't know some other things, and I'm not going to say because I don't know exactly what's what. So just tune in to Second Cup Cafe and Fan Man Tonight, and we'll hopefully know some stuff. Of course, we had a lot of fun doing the horror films on the Friday Night Frights. I know he wants to do one at Christmas, and at Thanksgiving he's talking about doing Chopping Mall again. That the great film of the kids running from the killer robots in the mall. We watched that last year, and it was a load of fun. So he may want to make that one a Black Friday special again.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fun. But that's all I've got. You guys have anything you want to say?
I just want to remind everyone that I did start that brand new Facebook group for all of us YouTubers. Put your channels in there. Tell a little bit about what you do. It'll help us to be able to sub to you if we haven't already. And you can, sub to anybody that's there. Help everyone to boost their subscriptions. That would be really nice. And just help to help each other out. And in fact, I just put the link right there in our chat, so you can go there and check out who's there already. Add yourself.
Awesome.
The requirements to be in there is you answer one question. and it really doesn't matter.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to add that in because I kept having to manually add people in. So now I've made it so you're automatically added as soon as you answer one simple question.
What is that
answer,
question?
And the question is, do you have a YouTube channel?
Just say yes and go.
Or no. And technically, you got to do answer it. If you say no, I still get you in there.
Yeah, I just want, because we don't want to have to go and approve every single person. It's like we could not figure out any other way to make it, just automatic. So we had to put a question in.
I do want to mention Wolf 10 Media does have his Wolf Commander Rambles, which I think is a nice little title. I do want to say one quick little thing. Yesterday, of course, something wonderful happened. Two things I've got to say. One good, one bad.
They kind of balance each other out, huh?
The good Mandalorian returned. So I'm getting my Baby Yoda fix. It was a great show, and it had a great little peek at someone at the end. It
had a lot of great Easter eggs.
Some good stuff in there. Some familiar, let's just say familiar armor and a familiar face.
Yep.
And a face that we didn't know what he looked like. This is the first time we've ever seen him without the helmet. So yeah, Boba Fett. He's at the end of the Mandalorian. I'm giving it away right now.
Spoilers.
Well,
I'm spoiling.
No, we've seen it, but not everyone has.
Yeah, but the spoilers have actually been going around for quite some time, so it shouldn't be any big surprise.
We know it, and I'm sorry. No matter how many times I see it, I love when he lights up those little weapons, and the child just closes his little crib thing because he knows it's about to go down.
Yeah,
I just think that's wonderful, and they don't overdo them, which was good.
Yep.
But wow, that Crate Dragon, that was awesome. But of course, we have to. I meant to say at the beginning of the show, but kind of got a little off track. We lost.
Yep.
An icon. I mean, icon. We use the word loosely a lot. This is icon with the capitals all the way across. ICON and all capitalized. The great Sean Connery has passed. Oh my Lord, James Bond, Ramirez, whoever he played the Untouchables, I can't remember. Zardoz, the only guy who could have pulled off that outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Anybody else trying to do Zardoz, it's just it ain't gonna work. And of course, my personal favorite, Darby O'Gill, the Little People, passed away. I mean, it's like the earth, you expect the earth to shake when something like that happens. That's one of the big ones we've lost. But we'll definitely have to do a film with Sean Connery in it the next, probably early in the next year as a good tribute. We haven't done Last Crusade.
True.
Which was a great film, but a lot of good stuff out there. We've never watched a James Bond film. Maybe put out an early Bond, like
that's
Dr.
the kind
No.
of thing that we should probably think about doing, like one on a regular basis.
Yeah, like
start working our way through them.
Yeah, like one a month or something like that.
Okay, he was also Dr. Henry Jones.
Yep, Dr. Henry Jones. And
his dad. And that was such a great role too.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he was great. I mean, he's played Robin Hood. He's played King Arthur. A lot of people forget that. Of course, he was the great voice of the dragon in Dragonheart. And if you want to cry, watch that final scene right now. If you're a big fan of his, you will have tears in your eyes at the end of Dragonheart. Oh my lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, every time. But
That's
yeah,
probably the one then.
yeah, we'll
Maybe
have to
like
do.
that.
Yeah, we'll have to do Dragonheart. Definitely, that's a good flick. But I wish everyone a happy and safe Sunday. And any final words?
Don't forget to vote.
Yes.
Yeah, don't forget to vote on Tuesday.
Yes, I've already voted, so I don't have to worry about it. And I get so upset after I vote, and I still have to see all this crap until next Tuesday.
I know, right?
Tuesday,
My phone gets blown up with all the spam messages.
Yeah, yes. Whoever wins, I personally, whoever wins, nothing's really going to change that much. I mean, it never does. Come on, face it.
One thing is, Evelyn reminded us, Troy, what's the next movie on Saturday? We didn't do Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, right. We never finished it out. That would be
Saturday.
That would be your week, wouldn't it?
No, because Elle did this week. So wouldn't it be your week?
Oh,
yeah, it's your week.
I actually don't remember.
Isn't it Rocky?
Is it?
No, I don't think so.
Let me go back to the Professor Geek channel and
look at the calendar.
Let me take a look at it real quick. Files. Because now we're in November. Yeah, it is Rocky.
Really?
Yep.
What day of the week is that? I mean, what is the actual date?
I can tell you in a second. It will be the 7th.
7th. Oh my lord! You know what I thought about for November 5th? V for Vendetta.
Well, it's an open night. That's Thursday.
Keep tabs. We may do that, or I may do that. Somebody might have to do that.
Okay.
Watch V for Vendetta on Thursday night.
I'll pencil it.
Remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, Treason, and Plot. And I better look on the high seas because I don't know if that film that I may not have got.
Good rhyme. Excellent.
What's really funny is I always thought that mask for V for Vendetta looked a lot like Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, kind of.
Because I was looking and go, why does that look like Patrick Stewart?
Yeah.
Guy Fawkes? I don't know. Well, maybe will. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's think about that. That could be a lot of fun. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Like I said, hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. And we will see you. Why do I want to say peace out? I don't know.
Why not?
Or go Seacrest out. No. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Unpleasant dreams.